Okay. And you can look at me.
Okay.
Will you introduce yourself?
I'm Hailey Potter, and I am Ben Potter's fiance.
And how do you know Tom and Morgan?
Ben Potter is Tom's best friend since CCD, apparently to them. And then I was lucky enough to marry Ben. And then Tom was lucky enough to marry Morgan. Don't forget that. And then Morgan and I got to become best friends through our husbands being best friends.
Okay. Will you describe your favorite part of the weekend?
My favorite part of the weekend was honestly the dance floor because it showed Tom and Morgan's full personalities, which is them being crazy. I was obsessed with Tom and Michelle's first dance not being slow because Michelle and Tom are so not like that, and I could picture Michelle being like, I'm not doing a slow dance, that's very lame. So I 100% love them doing faster dance, and I love anything dance floor because seeing Tom in his crown and seeing Morgan in her element, that is Tom and Morgan to its essence, is partying with their friends.
Will you describe the speeches?
The speeches hurt me to the core because I've cried for the 100th time today. So I cried when I saw Morgan in her dress, and I cried when I saw Tom, and I cried when I saw their first look, and then I cried at the ceremony, and I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm good. It's a reception. Who cries at a reception? And then Morgan and Tim both made me cry, and I was like, why did you do this to me? I thought it was done. So then I was up on the risers, embarrassingly crying to the world below at both Jordan and Tim's speech because they were both so emotional.
Favorite part of the weekend so far?
My favorite part of the weekend is honestly just seeing Morgan and Tom relax. Like, I've watched them plan this whole wedding for the past 2 years, and being able to see them reflect on all the hard work that they did and just be able to relax and have fun has been the most enjoyable concept. Like, they put so much thought and effort into this entire wedding, and it tells for every single detail. So getting them to just sit back and be a bystander and see all their guests and all their friends having fun and everyone being excited for them and just being so excited, like, that's the most exciting part for me of this whole weekend, is getting their ability to breathe and relax and say, hey, like, we're married, this is cool as shit, and this whole day would not have happened if we didn't plan it that way. And they were such a team with planning everything, so I just love that you got to sit and reflect and enjoy the day. I really do. Like, that's the best part, is watching them be like, all of our hard work caused this fun time for all of our friends, and we get to enjoy this huge momental day with our closest people. Because that's anything that means anything to them is their family and friends. So them getting to sit and enjoy the day has been the most exciting thing to watch.
Biggest surprise of the weekend?
The magician. I don't know if you saw him. He's magical. Did you see him?
My girlfriend saw him.
Okay, so I'm not going to go through his whole act, but he was insane. I snuck down to the cocktail hour because I needed my shot for my entrance, so I wasn't supposed to be down here, and he caught me in his magic act, and I was like, ooh, you're going to, like, show me a card that you shoved in your sleeve. He was insane. Like, he, like, melted a fucking quarter in Ben's hand. It was insane. I honestly think wizards are real. Like, I am honestly, like, I'm too drunk to comprehend this magic. I'm like, what is happening? Who did Morgan and Tom hire? Like, what is this witchcraft that has occurred at their wedding? Like, I understand you were in Hocus Pocus, Morgan, but, like, what thing did you, like, conjure up for this wedding? Because I have never seen magic like that. So honestly, the biggest surprise was the magician. Because I was like, oh, a magician. Wow. Okay, you're hiding a card. He was insane. So, biggest surprise, magician.
Great. Do you have relationship advice?
I would say yes, but I feel like I don't need to give advice to Tom and Morgan. Like, it sounds dumb to say, and I hope it doesn't seem cliche, but, like, everyone gives advice, but, like, Tom and Morgan already find the way they are. Like, they listen to each other. They're a team. They're a partner. Like, it sounds dumb to say, but they don't need advice. Like, they really don't. Like, they are the epitome of, like, I'm sorry, but they're the epitome of what a marriage is. So they don't need advice. They should be giving other people advice. But they are. They're best friends, which is what you need. You need your best and Tom and Morgan are best friends. And they're a team, they're a partner, and they give that to everything. Everything they do is a partnership. And so I have no advice other than just keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing everything right.
If you could send them a message that they see in this video and they watch it for 15 years, what would it be?
I'm sorry for our children that we force them to be best friends as parents, because I know that our kids are going to be, that's your Uncle Tom, your Auntie Morgan, that's your Uncle Ben and your Auntie Hailey, and our kids are going to have the most absurd childhood being raised by us four. So honestly, it's to our future children, I'm sorry. Like, you're luckier in this world, so thank you. You should be thanking us. But you will have the coolest aunts and uncles, literally ever. And you will have the best upbringing because you are surrounded by people who are obsessed with you and who love you. So even though you are the coolest kids to ever exist, you also need to, even though you probably 15 years from now, is that what you said? 15 years from now, you probably think we're like the most uncool human beings on earth. We're actually the coolest fucking parents and aunts and uncles you've ever existed. So I'm probably yelling at you right now and you're in timeout or in your room and I'm grounding you. But you should be grateful because you have the coolest aunt and uncle and the coolest parents to literally ever exist. So.
That's great. Last question, has anything weird happened?
Weird happened. Other than the magic? I feel like it's gone very smoothly. I have heard that somebody was stuck in the elevator, which is my worst nightmare, so I thank God it was not me. Actually, the weirdest thing to me is Morgan was an hour late for hair and makeup, but yet we ended up early. Like when we came to the Omni, we were an hour early, yet Morgan was an hour late. So to me, that was weird. I was like, oh my God, we're an hour late, we're gonna be behind. And then we ended up being an hour early. So you know what? Time means nothing.
All right, anything else to get off the chest?
The only thing I can say is Tom and Morgan are the best people on this earth, and they deserve each other to the utmost because they make each other the happiest people on earth. And I am just so lucky that I got to marry Ben, because then it brought me into a life where I got to be with Tom and Morgan. So.
You nailed it. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry I'm